This is our community app. It's called Go Collab, and we have a group community where every member gets to post or interact with the posts that I create. And if you look up here, we have our learning tab, which is where our course lies. And we started June 22nd, so we are 5 weeks in right now, and I will go ahead and show you what this week looks like. So every week is broken up into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and it's all set on a timer, so you get access to it that day. We have a vocabulary lesson, a math lesson, and a reading lesson every single day. And I choose the lessons for the week. Okay, I create a schedule. So let me look at the schedule for the week, and I will always upload the attachment.
Hey, I just
going to run through this quickly.
This week we're going to be looking
at there's the schedule
with zeros,
and all of the work
division with zeros
is
and we're going to continue
in this packet.
Description, problem and solution, and sequence graphic organizer. A good friend. And we're going to continue our vocabulary workbook. We're heading into the letter D.
Let's go back.
We are moving right along, and I'm so happy with our progress.
At vocabulary. Vocabulary, I actually give them access to a spreadsheet.
Today in vocabulary with
and I work through the spreadsheet with them. Okay, but I do recommend that they do this in a notebook or on notebook paper because writing is best. I do it on a spreadsheet so that they can follow along and it's clear and it's organized. But the words are all the way on the left. Then we have connotation, because that's important. We're going to group them at the end.
Contemplating.
Based on if they have a happy feeling, a neutral feeling, or a not so good feeling. And then I go and I show them how to use the dictionary to get synonyms.
My daughter was
We put them in groups and categorize them by
when she
action or thought, feeling, communication. Then we write our synonyms, and then we write a sentence. And then they can check off whether they know it or not. And if they don't know it yet, they have to study those words daily. Practice them just a couple of times daily. And if they know them already, then they just practice it once or twice a week.
Continue. That's an easy one.
Okay, then we have math. And this is what math looks like. I have a document
Today we are going to be working on multiple.
And the document camera shows everything that I'm doing in real time. So it's like I'm actually teaching them. I'm going to show you a little bit more here. This is multiplying with zeros. So I'm showing them a shortcut. And then for reading, we're working on text structures right now, which we lead up to this because this is really important. They need time to learn the structures and to work on the structures. So again, I use my document camera,
I'm gonna stop.
and we go through all of the
They're only talking about
structures. Here we are identifying structures.
There is no
I'm teaching them the process of elimination, how to use keywords in order to identify a structure.
Okay, so now I'm gonna highlight.
So everything builds upon one another. Okay, you see that I'm circling and highlighting the keywords. And this week I just started with writing. So it'll have vocabulary, reading, math, and writing. But right now we are mirroring writing with reading. So I only have reading. But starting next week, I am going to be giving them a paragraph of the week. And the structure is, I'll show you how we did it this week. So this week we are kind of flipping what we read, and we are working on writing.
Okay, so comfortable is its own adjective.
Yesterday.
Crucial, that is all.
And what I do is I give them a prompt.
We're going to brainstorm.
We dissect the prompt.
You're going to a strange land. What kinds of things are you?
There's me brainstorming. And of course, I teach them other skills like sentence structure, comma rules as we're writing, because that's part of the process. Okay, this is description, so I teach them that description paragraphs have, figurative language like hyperboles, similes, metaphors. They also have a lot of adjectives and adverbs. Right now I'm talking about the 3 types of sentences, which is simple, compound, and complex, because that's something that I'm going to be using as I guide them through the paragraph. And then here all we're doing is checking off, what we have already included in our paragraph. And then I'm showing them what we've done. I color code. And then here we're going back and we're revising, and I'm adding adjectives and adverbs and figurative language into our paragraph so that it is very clear that it is descriptive. Okay, so I use my document camera. I love the document camera. I love paper pencil. I do my annotating courses starting now are all on the document camera. And yeah, I just guide them. I don't expect that they know anything. I teach them everything, and that is how I run my programs. This I find is way more effective than having them here one-on-one, because they show up tired. They feel like, I'm going to ask them questions. They feel self-conscious about answering. It goes really, really slowly when I do one-to-ones, okay? This speeds up the learning. They're able to go back and rewatch, which is so crucial for kids who struggle with retention. And they have me live in the community, and I'll show you that now. Well, I already showed you that, but they have me live in there so that they can ask me whatever they want. They can get on a Zoom call with me if they need to. Everything is very organized, very detailed, and very white glove service, right? I work for my students and I work for my families. Okay, so whatever doesn't work for you, I tweak. And that is how Back to Basics functions. I will, though, show you one of my annotating courses really quickly. Okay, so like I said, everything is in this Go Collab app. And let me show you the one that I'm doing now. Here I have all of the videos that I like to teach from to show them plot, characterization, conflict, and theme. And then I will show you what the chapter looks like. At every single time I come in, this is chapter which means 1. Let's go back. Okay. So what I do is I read aloud to them and then we annotate. I'm just trying to find the exact part. Okay. So I hold this in place and I have them annotated and I say, listen, I need you to pause right now. I need you to annotate this page. I am so sorry. They are here. Just want to go back a little bit. Okay, so here I'm talking about everything that I'm underlining so that they know what it is that they're underlining. Now let's move forward a little bit. I talk to them about characterization. Okay, and then as you can see, I guide them through identifying the speech, what do they say, and what does this mean, or their thoughts, the effects that they have on others, the effects that others have on them, their actions, their looks. So we're identifying character traits based on evidence from the novel, and then we put them in a chart. And what I'm doing is I'm helping them collect evidence so that they can make an inference about the character and explain why it is that they do what they do, or that they say what they say. So you can see that I'm here writing. Sometimes if it's a lot, I'll pause and then I'll just record, and they'll see the whole thing. Sometimes I write with them on screen if it's small, but I always guide them through it. They always have the ability to pause the video if they need more time. Here I am explaining what it is that we're going to do next. Okay, and that's me annotating. And now I'm making an inference and explaining. Here I read to them out loud, and I don't put any of the pages because I don't want to distract them. But then once we're done, we go back, talk about what happened. We will add information to our chart. Okay, and then they will have an opportunity to go ahead, pause, and annotate the text. So as you can see, everything, and here I am reading again. So we read first, then we will, let me see. Okay, then we will annotate. Sometimes we'll jump straight into the chart if that is, fresh in our minds and I needed to add something from maybe the last 2 pages. But it's typically read, annotate, and then let's go into our chart. If not, we read again, because not everything needs to be noted. Okay, I'm just trying to give you like a glimpse. Here we are back in our chart. And then we read. Okay, so that is my annotating course. And of course, I have a writing course as well, teaching them how to write. But honestly, my Level Up course is working very well. I love the way it's going. I love the way that the children are engaging with it. They're really learning a lot, and the parents are really happy. So that's all from me. Let me know if you need anything else. It's a pleasure speaking with you, and we'll talk soon.